I'm your host, Emma Beverly.
And I'm Sophia Williard. And you're watching the Independent Media Broadcast. To start, we have interviewed each candidate and we pulled the most relevant information.
The policies I stand for are, I'm a progressive, yet I also stand for the common sense. Like, I don't want a bunch of terrorists attacking American people, but I also don't want to just allow a bunch of illegal immigrants in our country.
We're not communists like Eric. We're not warmongers like Caden. We're certainly not Confederates like Bilal's vice president. So I think that, pushback, it's beneficial. It really is.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And some of my major policies, of course, I'm running on a Green Party platform, so the environment's the most important policy. Second would have to be education. And then lastly, my last major policy area would be economy.
Hey, so I'm Bilal Abdul Malik. Our three main policies are supporting the American working class, it's like the blue collar class, the workers that built this country. The second policy would be equal rights for both genders, so men and women, equal pay, equal opportunities. And our third would be keeping foreign lobbyists out. So keeping interactions from foreign countries like AIPAC, like the Saudi groups, like the Egyptian groups, keeping them out of our elections to make sure that your vote is counting and it's not, the foreign countries.
Now that we know about each candidate and what they offer, we asked a few students about their opinions on each candidate.
Eric Brody, why would we vote for him? He's unprofessional, he's a fake mad scientist, and he's a communist. And I heard he's secretly gay.
Caden Bragg?
Who? Exactly.
Bilal is not what this country needs. He is anti-woman and immature and overall just not ready for the responsibility.
What are the main ideals you're looking for in your president?
Definitely a lot of integrity, somebody that's going to stand up for us and help us keep our freedom and our rights.
What is your opinion on each of the nominees?
All right. Evan Sanford, I think he's a racist due to his views on Bilal. Bilal, I think his microphone clarity could be a bit better. Eric Brody, I think he still is a communist because he was standing behind the red lockers. And I like Caden's song. Vote Caden Bragg.
Claire, no cameras. We need to ask you a few questions about Bilal. Last name, please.
Abdul Malik.
This brings up a lot of trauma for me, but the story I have on him was in Miss Rob's honors English class sophomore year. He did a presentation. The main slogan I remember he said was, "Women belong in the kitchen." Not only once did he say this, but twice.
We've conducted interviews with each of the interest groups, asking their first impressions on each candidate and why they chose to give the money out to whom they gave it to. We pulled some of the highlights.
I'm President Price from the NRA, and I've met with all the current candidates and was impressed with all of them, honestly speaking. They all had some relatively pro-gun safety stances. And it was tough to make the final decision on which candidate the NRA would offer funding to, but we ended up settling on the Republican candidate, Evan Sanford, whose values and priorities align with the NRA's.
Oh, why did I choose Mr. Bragg's? Well, like I said, I thought they were on their game. They knew a lot of the information, interest rates, controlling that inflation, questions that I asked for just some some knowledge on. They seemed to just blow me away with their knowledge on that. And then also I liked his attack ad, like I said.
Gave my remaining funds to candidate Sanford. I felt his vision and my policies and things I would like to see happen in the oil industry, I thought we lined up very, very well. So that's why I'm choosing to give my remaining funds to him. I did enjoy talking to all the other candidates as well.
What was your first impression of candidate Bilal?
Well, they were the great American values group, I believe, and I did like the platform where they wanted to make everything equal. That really did interest me, and I liked hearing that. However, the thing that did kind of bother me was how they did go over with their commercial and went in debt. To me, attention to detail is very important, and if you can't handle something as simple as that, that just kind of turned me off.
What was your impression on Eric?
I really enjoyed Eric in their group. It was a very tough decision. He really spoke my language. A lot of things that he offered were things I was interested in. However, I kind of had to draw the line when he was doing negotiations with the NRA. That is something that I cannot stand or back when you are bringing armed or any armed teachers or security guards into the schools. That's just something that I cannot back down from.
Okay. And what was your impression on Evan?
Evan, he's a good, persuasive person. I enjoyed talking to him. However, our ideals just did not align, unfortunately, but I wish him the best of luck.
And what was your opinion on candidate Bragg?
He is the one who I ultimately went with. I thought his counsel was very informative, and they all worked well together as a team. They also had a great plan and had actions of what they were going to do, steps, and I really liked that they were going to follow through with things and knew the steps that needed to be done in order to achieve those things.
Okay, thank you.
I split the money. I actually gave money to two candidates. The lion's share went to the Democratic candidate. I thought the messaging from our Democratic candidate was very consistent, was very on brand with what we were looking to do to kind of line with our vision. I did think that there was another independent candidate that did have some things that we were hoping to maybe then see if they could use that money to perhaps get a town hall to kind of get some of their ideas out there. I do feel that they said some things that were intrigued, and with that, kind of want to give them the opportunity to provide their message further and their reach a little bit farther.
The pot has already been stirred with many scandals happening.
To start, Eric has been quoted as saying things that involve combining kids and fire. What are some of the things Eric has been saying lately?
Well, I can only say what I have actually heard, and I did hear that Eric said that it would be fun if these ping pong balls were on fire as they were flying at these kids, and that this would be a fun thing. But probably the worst thing that I have heard is Eric said that all chemistry is boring.
We have a video of the so-called experiment that he wanted to set on fire with kids around. Bilal has been caught overspending on his campaign funds, and he is currently under investigation by the FEC. FEC, would you like to comment on the current scandal involving Bilal Abdulmalik and his campaign spending?
Yes, hello. Nicholas D. Bierman here, Chief Officer of the Federal Election Campaign Commission. It has come to our attention of some illegal campaign spending in this election game. Right now, Bilal appears to have spent more than what his campaign has acquired. We will treat this very seriously after a thorough investigation. If it is found that Bilal has exceeded his allowed financial commitments, there will be sanctions from the FEC, which could impact his campaign greatly the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Caden Bragg, who is he? A citizen of Swords Creek or an illegal immigrant? It's strange that nobody knows who he is.
Do you know who this is?
No.
Do you know who this is?
No.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Do you guys know who this is?
No.
Do you know who this is?
No.
Exactly.
He even said that no one knows him. Evan has also been caught in a scandal involving caribou. While in his meeting with Big Daddy Oil, he said he would make sure there are no caribou left in America to interfere with the oil lines. We will have more information on this topic soon.
That's all we have for you guys today.